What's up, people?
When you acquired a bunch of different linebackers from the portal, what were some of the traits you were looking for when you brought them in?
At the end of the day, you're just trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? With some of the guys that left versus guys that are coming in, are you a net positive? I think we did that and improved the room. So, you know, everybody from it was like Jabril. I mean, very athletic on film, instinctive. Same thing with Bam. Bam, you could tell played a lot of football and has some instincts that just that a knack for playing for finding the ball. A guy like Landon Watson's been in a lot of different schemes. He is a multi-transfer guy, so there's not a whole lot that we're doing that is new to him. It's just the translation of it. Quincy, freaking very solid football player. He's probably shined the most, I guess. At this point, he's done a really good job. And then Jaron, coming from SC, very physical player, good size, kind of what you're looking for, prototypical linebacker. So really just trying to get better, and I think we did that with those guys that we brought in, along with the two freshmen are doing a good job too.
When you mentioned net positive, what goes about how does that influence your recruiting, and why do you think that you did reach that point?
Well, again, in recruiting in general, I even tell guys like our jobs are to find guys as good as the best guy you got, if not better. So you're trying to improve at the end of the day. So when you see a guy on film and skill set wise, you're going, I think this will help us take a step forward. Those are the things that you're looking for to improve your team overall. I think that's just in general in recruiting. From a year-to-year basis. That's always been the case.
When a player like Trey puts out there that he's going to enter the portal and you want to keep him, what are those conversations like, and what was it like with Trey and being able to get him back?
First off, it's tremendous having him back, and he's doing a really, really good job. I can't stress that enough, kind of taking a step forward. And the things that we kind of promoted to Trey is kind of what's come to fruition now, which is year two in a system. Really picking up where he left off. Obviously was very productive for us a year ago, and to be able to take his knowledge of what we're doing and take another step and really improve his game, I think he's doing that and doing a very good job of it. And then honestly, part of it is just getting him to have faith that we're going to put pieces around him that are going to help us win games, so that he's not just doing it on his own. So I think he's kind of seeing some of that too. Which is really getting him to settle in and do a really, really good job this spring. He's having a phenomenal spring, quite honestly.
You mentioned Quincy kind of standing out. What have you seen from him so far?
He's just very steady, and he's showing up literally every day in terms of making plays on the field, but it goes beyond that. He's doing things off the field to make sure that he's just honing his craft. And I think all those guys are doing a pretty good job of that. It's been fun, to be honest with you, with the new pieces that we have, to be able to kind of mold that into a new group. It's been exciting. Looking forward to seeing all those things come to play on the field. But Quincy is just every single day doing something to take another step, and came in a good player and is getting better as we go. So just the faith and confidence in what he's doing is there for me right now.
What did you see in his New Mexico State tape that made him appealing in the portal?
Kind of what he's doing, to be honest with you. And I had conversations. I mean, it's a small fraternity. I actually knew his linebacker coach a little bit just through the recruiting trail and whatnot. So I had a conversation with him and just asked him to be honest. And some of the things that he said he was going to be is what he is. First in the building type guy, loves the weight room. Football junkie, all those things that you hear in the process make you say, okay, that's somebody that you want in your building. And for him, he was at, I guess, a quote unquote lower level, right? So he comes in with a little chip on his shoulder to be able to prove that he can participate and at this level, and I think he's doing a good job of that.
I don't remember if it was DK or Lance or maybe both, but I think they said that position speed is taking a step forward. Your linebackers across the board.
Yeah, overall, I would say
Yeah.
that that's certainly the case, and some of it just has to do with instinctive and being able to play fast because they know what they're doing the right things, they get their eyes where they're supposed to be, and it allows you to play faster. And that's the thing about the portal is you get guys walking in the door that have actually played more football. So that part of things, the game kind of slows down for them a little bit. Once they learn what you're doing, they learn your system, they learn your verbiage. A lot of these guys have been doing some of the same things schematically. It's just translating the verbiage. We call it this, they used to call it that. And once you get over that point, then they're just out there playing. So it allows them to play fast.
Did you identify speed as a need or an area you wanted to increase?
Yeah, I mean, and there were some guys that ran, that could run even that we had here, okay, but that's always going to be, just like my first answer, that's always going to be a factor in the equation is that you got guys that can run. And if you have that, it gives you a chance. If you don't, it makes it pretty tough. So having some overall positional speed and team speed, I think, is a priority for us.
When we talked to DK, he was talking about the will position. He said something like, last year with Bengali, you guys were able to put him on the line of scrimmage and bring him off the edge. And he said, I'm not sure we have those guys right now. Or he wasn't sure yet. But like, how do you go about identifying that? And do you feel like you'll come to that position eventually where you have someone who can do that?
Yeah, part of it, honestly, is we've got some guys in some yellow jerseys a little bit right now. Okay, so it's kind of a rotation of guys going in and out. Everybody's fine. There's nobody a couple of them, Bam's yellow jersey came off today. I think Jabril's will probably be off pretty quick here, and then the other, Malachi is a shoulder from the off season that he will be fine come January. Matter of fact, or come camp. Said to him today with 5 practices left at the beginning of practice, I said, you got 5 more yellow jerseys, and then you get to get out of that thing. So some of it has to do with that, but I think that will all come to light here as we go. So I guess the key term would be yet, because I do think we'll have some pieces that'll be able to do that stuff as well.
Are there any players as you've gone through practice on the offensive side of the ball that you've noticed at all?
Yeah, I think Cam's doing a good job. It's nice having Dylan Edwards on our side. I'll say that. I'd say Najee Cox, okay, big long joker, and when he gets going, he's rolling pretty good. A couple of those tight ends are doing a good job both at the point of attack and just protecting. It's good having Carson, back from injury. The quarterbacks are battling it out. So I think they're doing a good job overall across the board. But yeah, it's been a good spring on both sides, I think.
You mentioned the quarterbacks. When the QB competition's ongoing, is there anything that you see like this is a quarterback, not naming names, but just this is a quarterback who could be that starting guy? Like these are qualities that I would see.
Yeah, again, I do think they're battling out pretty good, and we're going to be in a position to have a high quality player on the field for us wherever it goes. Again, I'm too low on the totem pole to have any of those kind of decisions, but I'm comfortable knowing that we're going to be in a good place, come fall.
Anything else for Coach Simpson? All right, thanks guys.